Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. How are you all doing? How are you all doing? All right, we're just going to wait until everyone joins. The numbers level out as always. Hope you're all good. One in chat means yes, two means no. If you can all hear me, just leave a one. If not, gonna check my settings. Okay, no, it's all working. Sweet, sweet. Well, we have a lot of people joining today. It's going to be a big one. I told you, you're not going to be disappointed on this one. um, all right, cool. Yeah. Wow. Okay, we're still growing here. More people coming in. All right. So in a few moments, we'll start the stage once all the members are here, and then we're going to start talking about some very exciting stuff. Yeah, I see in chat people have some guesses. I mean, I have. Yeah, I've said what it's about. I mean, yeah, it's about the level editor. Some exciting progress to show. This dev stage will definitely get you hyped. I'm really excited about this one. All right, still more people coming in. Wow. Okay. Hope you're all good. Hope you're all good. Well, let's see. Okay, let's. While more people are coming in, leave a 1 in chat if you're PC. Leave a 2 in chat if you're Xbox. 3 for PS5 and 4 for Nintendo Switch. Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Cool. A lot of consoles players as well. That's nice. Sweet.
And leave a 5 if you're awesome.
Oh, there's the Mike Nolan. How are you?
I'm alright, man. I was just dealing with a pest. I came and sat down at my desk and I noticed 3 legs coming over the corner of my monitor.
Oh god.
I was like, yep, nope.
Oh. Oh yeah, message Nova as well. He will also be assisting. I wasn't sure if you'd make it, but that's cool. And we have all the support. It's a big dev stage. 170 people already. Okay, I think we can pretty much get going in the next minute. I think that's probably going to level out now anytime. But yeah, some exciting news. One of the biggest and coolest updates, which is not an understatement, coming later this year. And soon I'll bring Halzoid on board as well, who has been very heavily involved in this. We have once more collaborated on the next update, which honestly I am so excited to show you. Me and Halzoid have prepared a lot. It's going to be very cool. Let's see if I can bring Halzoid up here. Right, let's see if that works.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. So for context, for anyone who's new here, some of you may know Halzod already, some may not. Halzod I've met through this community from when the game first came out in early access. Halzod has been creating a lot of mods for this game, for many other games. Very talented developer. We've since become friends. We've collaborated on the photo mode, which was originally his mod. As also many other things, such as the time trials, where he helped me out a lot when there was a very big situation going on last year. So we have now collaborated in probably the biggest way ever, because this will be one of the biggest and coolest updates ever, the level editor. And today you're going to get a live showcase of the features you can expect, little visual demo, and just a feature overview and how it will handle, how you will be able to be creative in the game and test your maps, build your maps, and it will hopefully excite you all and get you hyped. So I think we've leveled out here. So let me start my stream. I'm just going to get it ready here. Okay.
Turns his stream on and it's all of his bank details.
Right. Let me pull the chat on the side here so I can still see something. Right.
live stream.
This should hopefully work. Never mind the 2 FPS, it's because it's my second monitor.
See some UI.
All right. Discord is bugging me out. I'm trying to put the chat aside. And there you go. Now it works. Okay. So, to start this off, so the idea for the level editor, and I'll give you a brief overview. Some things me and Helzoid will be able to talk about today. Some things are still in production or unclear, or things we are still looking into. We will both try at the end of this live demo to answer as many questions as we currently can. And yeah, for the rest, just sit back and enjoy while Helzoid and I will give you a little sneak peek of what's to come later this year. So we are entering here the first of the environments that you'll be able to build a map in. This one is called the Arena, which, as you can see, is also inspired by the Shed, just basically a little bit bigger. And these are the environments that you'll have. You'll have many environments dropping that you can use as background environments, where you can have a little template to start building in. You know, this is an arena. You'll have other open spaces as well, of course. We're also open for ideas. We'll put the questions back to the community after the live demo and see if you have any cool ideas that you want me and Helzoid to bring to life as far as background environments and whatnot. And at this point, I'll hand the mic to Helzoid, who will tell you a little bit about the features while I'll do the visual live demo here. So Helzoid, the mic is yours.
Wait, Mike's mine? Hey, Mike.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Okay, I am free.
All right, well, I'll take the microphone. But yeah, so in these levels, you've got the ability to basically build your maps out. So you've got you may see in the bottom left there, a toolbox that you can open up. And that'll have your selection of objects. Now, like, the main idea with it is essentially just giving you as much freedom as we can to let you build some really cool maps. The most base level of that freedom is basically giving you all the default shapes that you can build with. So you've got these cubes, cylinders, triangles, and all that that'll let you basically build out sort of like the most basic of structures. But you can get some really cool, unique stuff out of just those basic things by sticking them all together. So you've also got the ability to open up a details panel per object. Looks like you're building a chimney there. So yeah, your details will let you basically swap out materials as well as other things for other types of objects, which we'll come to in a bit. But yeah, so you can swap them out for multiple different materials. You've got your standard RNA orange there.
Yeah.
When you build as a sort of stone brick chimney, you may have also just seen there that he's duplicated an object. So you can grab objects, duplicate them, and you're also using the snapping features there.
Yes, so you have snapping or free modes or snapping, which is snapping it to the world grid, sort of. Yeah,
that works for all different methods of movement. So you can move them around, rotate them, scale them pretty much freely with these objects. And yeah, that snapping just helps you sort of keep your map lined up to the world if you want to, or you can turn that off and just sort of freehand it. And this is all immediately ready to jump into, so you could just swap straight back to the character at any point now and test your parkour out on it, which just makes building these maps super quick and good for testing and everything. So yeah, do you want to check out the other tab in that toolbox? So you've got prefabs as well, which may change names. We're not actually sure yet. But essentially, your prefabs are the objects from the base game. So you'll get a huge bunch of objects that you'll find in regular maps of the game. that you can just place down in your own map. And each one of them has multiple variants. So you'll see that he's just selected a tree from the list, but there's 5 different variants of that tree. You sort of pick the base item that you want and then just pick a variant of that item to sort of swap out. You got a few, you got the shed assets there.
Yeah, a little
So you can
variation.
definitely build your own shed with this.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. You can build in the air as well, so like it won't be a limit to like being physically accurate. So you can be as creative as possible and just place it here. It doesn't have to make sense. So you can really build just what you want, really. Let's see, like you have different containers as well. So basically the idea is like you'll have the assets that you know from each map that is currently in the game from the 6 maps, but also the level editor will go further. So we'll give you more assets, more creative pieces, maybe community requested objects that you want to see in the level editor to really make stuff that is unique and not just a copy of the current map. So the starting point is at the moment the objects that you currently see and know from the game. But yeah, we plan to go way past that as well.
Yeah, really stretch out the imagination.
Incorrect. But where all the assets are already in the game, it doesn't require as big of a download either, does it?
Yeah. Like this is all super quick from saving to loading. Will be very easy to work with.
The most user-friendly method of building maps.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Like you'll have like new buildings as well to play with. You'll have variants to them. You'll have pretty much anything you will want to have to build the maps that you want to have. Should we move to the interactables, Alzoid?
I reckon we should.
So,
in fact, I think a good one that you could place down there would be next to that building.
Oh yeah. So we're making everything as easy as possible. So like people who are familiar with building maps, whether you're a modder or maybe you have never touched a 3D software, we're trying to find that golden ratio so that it's really easy. At the moment, we're building out the controller support, especially for console players, and the majority is on controller. But you will also have, of course, keyboard and mouse support. This demo, however, will only showcase the controller support for now. So here, the example, Hal, if you want to take over, this is like a pretty cool element here.
Yeah, so to make it basically as easy as possible, there's a lot of automation to these systems. So something like this pipe, that would only usually work in the game if it was attached to a wall. Now, if you've done any modding with this game, you'll actually know that in order to set one up, you place it down, you set a bunch of values, you line it up, you test it in game, and then you find out it doesn't work. So you move it a little bit more in the editor, and you test it again. This version, a lot easier to work with. If you just move that next to the wall, it will immediately attach itself to the wall, have it all set up, ready to go as soon as you move it near it.
You're a scallywag, Halzoid.
And that works for literally any height, any attachment, anywhere it makes sense for it to work, even those corners, which was a really cool one for it to all work with. Right now, it doesn't sort of have any visual to say that it's not placeable, but if it was not attached to something, it wouldn't actually place itself. So it's still going to work with the systems of the game. Something like a pole like this, you would want a bit more control over. So that's where the details panel comes back in. And with that, you can adjust the height of the pole to however high you want it. You'll just be able to set it straight up. And again, you can test this by just jumping straight into the game at any point. And it will just work straight away.
The zip lines are pretty easy to place as well now. Where you just have like the one piece that you can take, the other one they rotate automatically. It's really, really like anyone can place these. It's super easy to work with and super quick. And again, you can test everything. It's pretty easy. But I think Hal, should we jump to the big part? Let's see.
Oh, why not?
Let's move my camera.
I mean, how big is the big part?
It's huge. So I've built a little demo map for this. Let me see if I press load. Hopefully this will work.
Don't save
This is
over
the
it.
demo map you showed us.
I won't save over it. All right, 3, 2, 1. Oh, and it worked.
Look at that load time.
Hallelujah. Yeah, that was kind of quick, as you can see. So I've built a little map here to show you all what's possible. There's basically endless creativity with this. It's super quick. And I'll give you a little live demo of currently the last interactable, not the last in total, but with what we have just recently put in.
Yeah, with what's in this right now.
For this one. But yeah, this map is probably missing something. I'll hand you the mic again.
I reckon so. I reckon you could do with I mean, you've got the poles, you've got the pipes, you got the zip line somewhere in there. But yeah, I noticed there was one more in the bottom left there on that toolbox that I reckon if you just go ahead and place that down, we have got
No more budget.
you ran out of budget. Delete some items.
Delete everything.
That's an arbitrary budget right now. To be clear as well.
Yeah,
that's
I've
still
set a budget
under
basically
testing.
for working with. Yeah. So that budget we're basically still working on to see what the max budget will be. But to go back to it again, that was so.
Now let's place that time trial.
Yeah. Right. So yeah, let's continue here.
So yeah, your time trials, you'll be able to place them down. You can obviously just place them wherever you want. And if you open up the details panel, you will actually be able to see the gold time that you're going to set for it. But you can set a timer, like a time to beat. And when you're ready to build your time trial, you can enter the trial editor mode. At which point you now get to place down every individual ring for your time trial. So you'll just sort of fly it around, and you'll see that you can see the number of each ring that you're placing. So you're placing down your 1, 2. Why don't you put one a little bit further along? Maybe, yeah, just past this next jump. Place number 4 down past the jump. Keep on going. Keep on going. Yeah, about there. So if you ever need to place another one down, if you swap with the bumpers, are the current button for it, but you'll see the number of the ring that you're holding is changing, as well as the rings in the world. So you can see which one you're going to place at any point. So yeah, you can swap it back to holding number 4, then place a 4 in between where the 3 and the 4 was previously. Now you're just going to be able to add another ring in between. Say you don't like where number 6 is now, or number 5, I guess. You can actually hover over it and you'll see that it changes color. And while that color's changed, you can now just delete that one straight off the map and move it to another place wherever you want it. So it's a really quick and iterative time trial building system. And you can at any point come back to this and continue editing it. Oh, I see you're taking the hardest route you can.
Oh yeah. As a live demo, we got to finish the trial.
Yeah, make sure you don't mess this one up.
I'm gonna absolutely mess this up. You'll have to. Oh god, I'm gonna totally mess this up. We're making the hardest trial straight from the get-go.
Making that Nixon trial.
Yeah, I will totally not mess this up, will I?
You are currently out of rings, so the one that you're placing right now is
This will do.
the previous ones.
All right, let's see. If I hop just back in, should be able to view the info here, press play, and let's see. Set it to 50 seconds at the moment. Oh god.
And he beat that.
By the way, everybody's going to judge you if you fail.
Don't say that. That doesn't help.
Also going to celebrate.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my
They're all going to celebrate if you get it, but if you don't get it, there is some harsh judgment coming in.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, it's gonna be horrible. Oh god!
game over.
Come
for
on,
you.
so close now. I'm just gonna play it safe. Ooh! Oh my god! All right. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Or more.
It's possible.
There you go. I got it.
Hey, and he got the gold.
Let's go. Yeah, so like this is super fun. Yeah, you can build really anything. The limit is at the moment we've set it to 20 rings. Like the budget as well. Like that's why it's still in production. We're looking at what is possible performance-wise. How much can we push it? How big can the maps be? How many objects will you be able to place? So yeah, that's all in development at the moment.
And
You
I
were saying,
know
Elsa?
for a fact, I know for an absolute fact that some of the members here are going to make some incredibly difficult time trials.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's gonna be
yeah. I
some
think
ridiculous things going on.
Yeah.
The tag maps as well. The tag maps will be
Oh, yeah.
crazy, intricate stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like you're gonna have to be button precise and to be able to keep up with them on there. Especially somebody
Yeah.
like Topher. Topher is going to create an absolute labyrinth.
There's going to be
I
some
think
walls
that's-
maps for sure.
Yeah. No, there is going to be a lot of wolves maps for sure.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. That's for sure. Also worth saying, like we say, you can make trials. Obviously, that means nothing if you can't share it with your friends. So we have our goals for what we want to do in regards to multiplayer hosting. The goal, obviously, for these custom maps as well is that you can simply, at the end of this, just host them and have players join you. So this is all in production at the moment. We're looking at what's possible, what can we do, how far can we push it. In an ideal world, this will be handling like a normal map where you can host it with game modes as well and invite your friends to test your trials. Or share maps later on, maybe when modding comes out in a browser, or at least in the beginning stage when the level editor will most likely come out in a beta stage on Steam for the first time again, just like the replay editor, so we can gather some feedback, implement that, and then also bring it, of course, to all console players. But in the meantime, we are going to investigate how the online system will work. Obviously, this is user-generated content. So we'll have to see, maybe it will be a case of you can only host maps with your friends because, obviously you have all the creativity. So this means you can build pretty great stuff, but also maybe not so great stuff when it comes to, the moderation world of it, I would say. So we're kind of investigating this. We want people to have as much creative freedom and flexibility as they can. So we'll keep you posted on that progress. But yeah, this is at the moment the stage of it. We're really excited about it. We're really proud of it. Obviously, lots more assets will be added to it. This is just one of the environments you'll be having available to you when you start building a map. But also the good news is this map will be dropping at launch, as well as some other maps. So whether you're interested in building maps, you'll have a level editor to start building whatever you want. And on launch as well, if you're not really interested in building maps, you'll get a few brand new maps custom built at launch. So that will hopefully make everyone happy. With the editor, yeah, all the maps that you will see will be built with the level editor. So they will be a good inspiration. They will be a cool playground for your next game modes, for your next play session. So, and obviously they will drop with new challenges. So lots of content, probably one of the biggest content updates the game has seen. And all of this will be coming. It's not completely sure. Hopefully by November, December, end of yearish. We will keep you posted on that for sure.
Michael gets a map suggestion and then says, "No, you do it."
yeah, for sure. Now, I think, Hal, unless you want to add something to what I've already said, in case I've missed something, we can move to the community questions.
I believe that's all. Maybe there'll be something that will pop back up, but to be honest, some of these questions will probably remind us anyway. So
Yeah, good point. Let me just play my map a little bit more. I need to test. I could probably put some more objects down here. It's still a bit empty here. Yeah, I mean, you'll get more materials, you'll get more objects, more decorative, more functional objects as well. So really, I mean, maybe we can even open a forum. I don't know if that'll be too much, but we'll take some community questions as well in a couple of minutes. And then if you have ideas for background environments that you would like to see in the level editor, we'll take notes, and hopefully we can bring some of those ideas to life. Nice. Well, I think that's a good sign to end it there. But yeah, that I think would be a good point to move to community questions. So since we're on a stage, anyone who's new here, you from now on you can raise your hand, and you will be invited to speak on stage and ask me and Helzot any questions you want about the level editor or anything else I may be able to answer. But yeah, that's
and no one will be removed from the call today. Okay.
Yeah,
I will move you
Mike.
back to
Mike, I'll leave it to you to disconnect properly. If Fusion is here, actually, I told Fusion he can help out as well if I miss out on the chat. If he's here, Mike, let me know. We can bring him on.
Find him. You find him. He is. He's there.
Is he there? Let's see. Fusion, if you want to keep an eye out on the chat, we'll bring you on stage and we'll do the questions on the side here.
There he is. Fusion, for sure. Hello, people.
Yo. Fusion, by the way, this is his first day at the job.
Go easy on me, guys. First day on.
Don't mess up, all right, Fusion. Don't mess up.
I won't.
No, Fusion helped me out on the last dev stage. He came on board, and then he's noticed a lot of questions that I missed in the chat, so he offered his help this time on this big dev stage. So W Fusion for the help. And let's bring the first people on board. So let's go for Miles here.
Take Fusion a role, Mr. Dev Stage.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Yo.
I was wondering, do you think you're going to make any more maps, like even like a city map, like roofs, but like a big city, you know what I mean?
I think the level editor will come with more assets. That also includes more buildings. So if you want something closer to a city, you will be able to build that. I think that would be kind of like the next moves for the game, because everyone wants new maps, everyone wants new content, and I think the level editor is an efficient way for everyone to bring their own creations to life, but also to enjoy new maps on a more regular basis. I think once this is live, especially also when modding comes out, everyone will have access to hundreds and thousands of maps as longer as it goes, because everyone will be able to share them from city maps to stuff like this indoors. But yeah, I think more building. I have cities in mind, so I definitely want to bring more buildings like these, so you can actually build out a proper city. And if you're not into building, you'll hopefully, with the mod browser and the map browser, will find the city that you hope to see in the game.
Yeah, that's all right. That's all questions I had.
Nice, awesome. Thanks for the question, man.
All right, thank you.
I'm on it. There we go. You didn't get kicked.
Cheers, Mike.
All right, boys.
All right, let's get sheets on here.
Something did come to my mind when he said that. What if you added a map preset with a city background? Do you know?
Yeah, I mean that's an option too. Yeah. Stuff like that. Yeah.
Someone just asked about a custom skybox.
Yeah.
Hey, Cheats, how are you?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good.
I'm good. Thank you for inviting me in. Can we? Are there plans for a desert background template for the level editor?
That's the one I was saying.
That would be cool.
Wait, repeat that. I literally couldn't hear you.
That desert background.
Oh, desert background. Yeah.
Level editing. Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah,
I've never heard this idea before. Definitely not from Hellzoid. I love this idea. No, that's a great idea.
I feel like because it matches the color scheme as well. It gives you that orangey yellow sort of. I think it's a great idea.
That's great. That's also a good call. But yeah, like the second I played this game and started wall bouncing, I was like, you guys have played Prince of Persia, right? Like Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, true. Right. Well,
yeah, dude, if you make the Palace from Sands of Time, I'm playing it.
Oh, dude, dude, I'd so play that.
hell yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll take notes. We have our first proposition, a desert. I think that's very doable. Everyone can also hop on here and make suggestions like this. I think desert actually is a really good one. So cheers for that, man.
I'll be sure to take notes as we go along.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, cool. That was all the questions I had. Thank you.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Catch you later, brother.
All right, let's get the next person. Well, I'll quickly go up here and see if I missed someone.
I bet Topher's recording as well, so if you do miss any questions, you could probably go back on those.
Hello.
Hi. With all of these custom objects for placement, I was wondering if you guys were going to incorporate any simple like hue, saturation, and brightness color options to color pieces differently.
That's a good question. We would probably have to look into this. At the moment, so a level editor, the way it works, this also goes along with the budget. So we're having to save all this data and load it, which all comes at a cost that we, as the developers here, are very aware of. So at the moment, we're focusing on letting players build as much as possible, as convenient as possible, and as performant as possible. If something like a hue or color slider will make it into the game, I think it would be cool. I cannot promise it. At the moment, we're more focused on things such as what you see here, where you would have your preset options, because it reduces also potentially the save file size. Unless I'm mistaken, Hellzoid, feel free to always interrupt me, but I think that would be the more convenient way at the moment, the way it is.
Saving a color is a lot of data. I hate to say this to you, Michael. The fact that you've just said hue has just made me think of an idea that would absolutely lower that cost a lot. But yeah, again, it would have to be something that would have to be looked at. I think it'd be so cool, though.
What I want to, my imagine, some of my context is like in Create a Park in Tony Hawk, there's very simple, settings for all the pieces. That's just very simple brightness, clothes pieces, things like that. And that's just kind of, some of my context of why I was asking for those simple settings for pieces.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it could be super cool. I mean, maybe it's something that would just be limited to primitives, Halzoid. I don't know. That way, maybe there's also a natural limit to that. But yeah, I'll take a note on it and we'll look into it.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. Thank you. All right.
In chat, we have a good name asking, will we be able to change light direction during the level editor?
At the moment, the light direction I could see possible. The maps are not being baked, for anyone knows what that means, because the maps are always being constructed. Like when you load the map, it kind of builds your save again. So technically speaking, changing the lighting could be possible. Again, that's something that we would have to look into, because that also adds to the saving. But I think that could be most likely is possible. Yeah, I'd say so.
Oh, yeah.
Someone just asked, would it be possible that we ever get patterns or materials for our clothes, like denims, camo, plaid, etc.?
Currently, I think I got this question asked a few times. The system at the moment isn't built for it. It would completely break if you added a pattern to any piece of clothing. It would be something that I would have to get back to you. It's something that I've been wanting to do, but it's very, 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 very time intensive if I was to implement it. Which if I was, for example, I would be full on with that and wouldn't have time for the level editor, for example. So at the moment, I'm more focused on the roadmap. If I have some more time after that, I will probably look at more community requests like this. But at the moment, I'm just full on level editor and modding after that. So it's just a case of focus and time at the moment, but hopefully in the future, hopefully.
I'll try to stick to like 3 questions in between. Mike Nolan Jr. asked, can you build with friends during like with community maps and stuff like that?
at the moment, our current plan is that you can, again, subject to change, but our current plan is you will be able to build a map, save that map, share it, and you will be able to have your friend edit that map if you want to, and you can go back and forth on that. But co-building in one level would not be possible because you are entering a single session in a level editor, which that on in and of itself will not be multiplayer. So it's solo level editing, but then afterwards you can share it. Anything else would be an absolute nightmare to replicate in multiplayer. Unless Halzard, you're more hopeful than I am, but I think that would be a bit.
Yeah, no, I mean the editor itself was built with single player in mind. It wasn't built for online, just because the amount of data that would have to be sent, like every single time you move a single object, is insane already. So the hope is that we can allow for co-building in the sense that you'll share your map with a friend, they download it, they edit their end, we're hoping to also allow for the credits to appear on that map, but that's...
Yeah, so if Halzoid edits a map and he sends it to me, I'm like, hey, cool work, Hal, and then I can edit it, and at the point that I save, it adds my name to the author credit list, was kind of our idea, to then, encourage community map building. So, maybe one person starts a map, and by the end it's finished. There was like 35 community members who, co-contributed to the creation of it, which could be quite cool, but it would have to happen on separate ends, if that makes sense. All right, let's get someone else up here. You on board? Damage, yes, to your question. At the moment.
Would
hello?
there be a possibility that... Hello?
Hey, yeah, we can hear you.
Sorry, I can hear you now.
He's cutting you off.
Sorry.
Would we be able to like have movable objects in the map?
Very interesting question, actually. Possibly. So, at the moment, and I'm thinking out loud, Hal, as well. I think we have our interactables at the moment, which is the zip lines, the poles, the pipes, the time trials. Interactables could maybe in the future also be moving objects. I think it will be limited in regards to what the object will be able to do. The climbing system in RNA and the vaulting, etc. The system, for example, is not built to be able to climb on movable objects, so that would have to be excluded. When you are, however, talking about movable objects, let's say you have a laser, right, that goes back and forth. That could be possible, I would say. But yeah, like moving objects and climbing on them, the game would not be able to handle that at the current state. So it depends on what you'd be looking for, but hopefully a version of that could come to the game. Hopefully that answers your question.
I think it answers a lot of people's questions in chat too, because people are even asking.
Oh, he's gone. Okay, no, I didn't.
People are even asking about like breakable windows and like turning up, like raising and lowering bridges and stuff like that.
Wow, yeah, raising and lowering bridges would be pretty cool. I mean, maybe, Hal, we could be looking into I don't know, like interactables, like more like opening a door, like stuff like that, or maybe
that sort of stuff would be really cool.
Yeah, someone said diving through
like extending a bridge outwards, by a button press. Like I think those kind of things will definitely work.
You're almost building a pseudo linear sort of progression through a map that way.
Yeah. I mean, we were also talking and making fun about like stuff like, hey, maybe a jump pad, stuff like that, where you get like a lot of height, or maybe a really rough idea was like a teleportation pad, where if you enter, if you go close to the border on that area, you can go into a door and then you teleport elsewhere. Obviously, that goes into more of a surreal element, but because this is a level editor we're talking about, I think you can stretch the boundaries here a bit for what's parkour and realistic. Obviously, everyone can build their maps then as they wish, but it could create for some really fun gameplay and multiplayer sessions with these mechanics in there. All right, let's get the next person on board. If someone wants to raise their hand or ask me a question,
how you doing?
Feel free. There's like an icon for it. I'll scroll a bit up because I missed a few people as well. Get big waves on here.
I just got like one question, and it's about any type of emotes going to be added to the game, like anything goofy, hilarious. Just wondering, like a wave or a dance. Not like Fortnite, but that's pretty much it.
I would say probably not something close to Fortnite. I try to stay a bit away from like too goofy of emotes. My version of emotes actually is like pointing and waving, which is probably the most.
I'm not saying, yeah, bro, add the
boring.
Yeah.
I think I had some ideas where I could maybe bring a few more emotes to the game, at least 2 more, maybe a couple more if I would allow customization or something. But yeah, possibly. I think there would be a goof meter that I would probably not want to go above, simply because there's enough games with like emotes, and they kind of sometimes just make a game get a game to a point where it's like not to be taken serious anymore. If you get me. But yeah, more emotes like I could see so long as they like kind of are aligned with the identity of the game and they kind of make sense. I think that should be a possibility.
Cool. Well, also, I think one more is joint emotes, like high fives or anything that's going to have 2 people together syncing the animations, anything like that.
Oh, you can actually high five at the minute.
Really?
You both
I play in a minute.
Yeah, you hold Y. You both hold the wave button and then spin yourselves into each other and make sure that the hands sort of just connect.
Yeah, basically, whether you can high five in the game or not at the moment is a question of skill issue.
Limits of creativity.
Yeah,
the skill ceiling for high fiving. I didn't know that. Thank you.
Yeah. It's easy to get into and hard to master. High fiving is the end boss.
That's all I wanted. Okay, thank you.
Cheers, man. All right, let's get. There was someone else who wanted to get on stage. Yeah, there you go.
I'm back.
Yo.
For having me up here. I was not ready.
Oh.
So,
no rush.
The question is that, like, I forgot who, but said something about changing the colors and, like, well, I was thinking of that too, but, like, more of the colors that we already have, so it won't take more of the storage that we don't need to be more taken, like other games. But, like, the games, like, the colors that are in the game already that can be used to be reused on other stuff.
I'm not sure I fully understand. Helzo, do you get the question?
Are you saying playing that one color for every sort of object?
Reusing the colors that are already in the game.
I mean, there are certain things like the buildings on the left of the screen at the minute you've got there, Michael. It's got the colors from Sunset Paradise. Is that sort of what you mean?
Oh yeah. Wait. Okay.
No, I mean like changing the whole something one of the items by themselves. Just change them differently, different color. Like the windows, different color. Like from being a normal light, just from inside of it, just become like green, pink, blue, whatever.
Yeah, like changing to custom colors, right? Is what you mean, or?
Like no, I mean like the light or like a small detail of a piece of it.
Oh, I see. Individual sections on it.
Yeah,
that one would probably not be the case.
Yes, same reason for the size of saving. We're trying to rather prioritize building big and building a lot over the necessity of over customizing each element, because it will come at the price of, instead building more objects. And I would hope that we speak for everyone when we say people probably rather build a lot than building a smaller map, but then being able to customize it maybe more. Honestly, I'm asking the question at the community, but at the moment, I guess Hellzoid and my priority is to let you build a lot with as many assets as we can get you. But those will be preset assets, of course, like this, where you can change the color, you can have more options, absolutely. But probably not like going in and saying, okay, I want only this wall to be blue and only that one to be yellow. I think that would, all in all, just reduce the size of the maps that you'll be able to therefore build. So I think it's fair to say it's a fair compromise, if that makes sense.
I know it's not quite the same thing as well, but that's sort of where the shapes system comes in as well. Of like, you could, in theory, use your shapes like just a regular cube to sort of add a bit more detail to something that didn't have it before. Like, you can stick a couple shapes together, which of course will use up a bit more of your budget, but allows you to detail an area a bit more.
That's all I have.
Yeah.
No worries.
Right, cool. Thanks for your question, man.
They're taking themselves off stage.
That's very polite.
Yeah,
right. If someone has another question as well and wants to come on stage, just feel free to press the icon to pull your hand up and we'll get you on. Batman.
Some questions we missed in chat. Someone asked what were the other backgrounds considered apart from the arena for the level creator.
Well, I want that desert. I've made that clear.
Yeah, I think the desert is a very good one. I think the desert is interesting. I am somewhat working as well on a map that is in space, but I don't know if that's if that is something that people want. I think it could be cool. Low gravity is not part of that map, I'm afraid. Actually, that's a fair point, though. It should be. But like the background environments, like they're more for like a visual standpoint rather than a gameplay element.
And then one more before we bring Batman up. It was a question that I'm actually interested in too. Someone asked, will there be like crash mats or like landing pads, sort of like Mirror's Edge red platforms that let you like recover from higher, like without ragdolling?
I don't think that I would do crash mats, but one thing that me and Hellzoid have discussed is kind of like world settings potentially. So maybe a map where you say no ragdoll, for example, or stuff like that. This is like completely up to subject to change. It's just a conversation that I have with Hellzoid. I don't know, Hal, if you have some thoughts on that. I think crash pads could be cool too, but it's like such a distinct thing. Then people want that in other maps too. I'm not sure.
Yeah, the one issue with crash pads is the fact that currently the character ragdolls if they go too fast while falling, which at that point you can't save with a crash mat.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and that's a very fine line between going too fast and wouldn't have been able to roll out of it anyway. But yeah, the world settings, that one was an idea that was sort of being thrown about a little bit, which I think could be quite a cool way to sort of tweak your world a bit more, give you a bit more control over the sort of thing you're making. Like, you say, for example, you've got that map in space, and you're like, no, you know what, I'm not going to do any ragdolls on this map. I'm going to turn off ragdolls, and I'm going to make it a challenge of precision landing your way across a massive jump gap all over the place and things like that.
Yeah, like giant landing, just land on this tiny platform sort of challenge. Yeah, that could be super cool. And yeah, then it's very useful to not ragdoll. And I think then the setting, actually, that's a good point that Hellzoid said. I think at that point, no ragdoll makes more sense than a crash mat, because a crash mat doesn't really add to the fun. It would probably just stall your momentum and gameplay. Whereas like a no ragdoll setting is probably that's like a lot cooler because it keeps the flow going sort of. And creates more exciting challenges like precision landing from 300 meters down. Little target practice. But yeah. Was there Fusion? Was there any other question you wanted to bring up?
Someone or a lot of people keep bringing it up. I'm pretty sure we've answered this question before in a previous dev stage, but they're asking about trick loadouts and adding more tricks so you can have like up Y be something different from a front flip and have different customizations.
Trick customizations, I've kind of come to the conclusion that because how the system is built, it's not very scalable to be customized at the current stance. In regards to the more tricks, I've always said I want to add more tricks, and there's also in the last dev stage I said there's like 2 more tricks that I have ideas for where the button inputs allow it. But that is a bit in the future still. That is something I want to look at pretty much after this next big update is done and ready. I would probably look at the animations and the control system again and see if I can add those 2 new tricks in. I don't know trick customization. It's been requested a lot, but I think with the current system, I would have to do major reworks of the tricking system basically to have that work out, which again takes time away from. You'll hear me say a lot of these things, but it is the case when you're a very small team, like it's going to be, you have to kind of bottleneck what you're going to focus on and whatnot. At the moment, the level editor is the big focus, and then modding as well, because it's been the things that have been requested since forever, basically, especially modding. But whenever time allows it, I will be looking at things when I can. Really would be the best answer I can give. Right, let's see who I missed. If someone comes on stage, there's one. Hopefully, it's not going to be a jump scare for you. There you go. Hello.
Hello. So I was wondering if there are any themes coming, like Halloween or Christmas or things like that.
Probably Halloween. I know that's later this month. Again, because I'm like, it's a very small little indie game and not a live service game, which can be updated through servers and through other elements. I probably won't be able to just do a singular update across all platforms for Halloween, even though I think it's really cool. My schedule and my team, like the size of the project, does not allow quick updates like this at the moment. At the moment, we have to really schedule like a big update, like the level editor, like months ahead. So yeah, doing something really cool and quickly for Halloween, I'm afraid probably we won't be able to do. But yeah, Christmas on the other hand, I mean, listen, I said, the level editor comes out, later this year, either November or maybe December. So if something lines up with December, I could see maybe you'll see some snow or something. Let's see.
Okay,
if that comes
thank
to it,
you.
I'll keep it a surprise though. Yeah, of course, man. Thanks for your question.
Before we forget, Batman is up.
Oh, Batman, yes. Oh my God, let's bring Batman on.
Leg guys in here. You scallywag, I was enjoying that game and then you took the demo down. Scallywag.
Oh my,
Hello.
we have Mike and Batman in the same call.
Nah, it's impossible.
Yes, we can hear you.
Hey.
I have
Hello.
two. I have like 2 questions.
All right.
One of the questions is, I don't know if this question has been answered. I haven't really been focusing because like I'm about to speak in front of a lot of people, so I didn't really get time to focus on that. One of the questions is, will there be breakable windows or doors we can bust down somewhere in the future? Like we can run through the doors and stuff.
Do you mean in the level editor or like overall in the game?
Just overall in the game, level editor, anything.
I think overall in the currently existing maps, breakable windows is always kind of like something that confuses me because at the moment, first of all, there's no interiors. So to go through a window, you kind of have to go from an interior to an exterior or vice versa. So at the moment, I think in the current existing maps, it doesn't really make sense. In the level editor, like I said, there's opportunity for maybe more interactables, whether that is opening a door, extending a bridge, jump pads, or maybe something that breaks. We would have to look into it, but possibly would have to be, at the moment, the answer to that. So you'd have to look into it. Yeah. Right. You have a second question as well?
My next question, I don't know if this question has been answered again. I did ask this before in chat, but I don't think anyone saw. I asked about gloves and possible like pouches and stuff. Like, I don't know. I can't describe it anymore. I lost the words, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. When it comes to gloves, I'm not sure. Like there's one outfit which features gloves, which is just the very one. But as an individual customization item, it's not available. I don't think I could make it available without switching the entire customization around. Again, it's something that, and I don't want to, it's something that would require weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of work. Which is not a bad thing. That's all I've been doing is working. But the problem is the focus always has to be somewhere. At the moment, it's on the level editor, and after that, it's on the mods. So I have it in my notes. I'll try and get back to it. There's more customization coming to the game, either or. I can see to maybe add some upper body customization, which features gloves. But gloves separately would probably be too much of an internal change of the game to have that happen in a rather quick manner. So like a semi yes and a semi no. if
all right. That makes sense.
Just a question.
Thanks for answering my questions.
Yeah, of course.
No worries, man.
All right. There we go. All right, let's get the next one up here.
Oh,
hello,
yeah, hello.
Yo.
Finally, I was like, oh, I'm a Scallywag now? Okay, anyways, I do have a question, though. So, talk about all the objects and prefabs, right? Are we able to import the objects into the editor?
No. Simple answer is no, because it's not modding, right? This is an in-game level editor, so you will be limited to what the in-game level editor adds. Simple reason being, if you create a level and you want to share it, you have that 3D model. Your friend doesn't. So importing like models like that won't work. At that point, you're entering a modding stage. At that point, I'd probably put you in the direction of you create a mod map, which would be external, and then you put it in the game that way. Again, modding is coming to the game. Likely after that next big level editor update is out, modding will be the focus. So creating custom maps there and sharing it within the game through browser will then be possible. But uploading custom models to an in-game level editor doesn't really make sense for that reason. But yeah, hopefully that answers your question.
Okay, that's fair enough. Looks like I gotta learn. Looks like I gotta learn how to mod.
Hey, honestly, modding may be for you. You never know.
Sure thing. But thanks. That's my question.
Sweet. All right. Thanks for your question, man.
Wait, before I go, Fusion, do your job.
What? I legitimately am. What?
Do your job, bro.
Hey.
Usually you playing games in the corner there.
I'm making bullet points right now as we speak.
Okay, you can move me now. Thanks.
Have a good one. Damn, Fusion being called out here.
I actually have a question from someone in chat from like towards the beginning of the dev stage where they asked, will there be sensitivity, like a setting for the camera, building camera sensitivity?
In the level editor, I mean, yeah, that could be possible. At the moment, we're trying to get it like a global system working. You can have like at least on controller and joystick, you can go slow, you can go fast, and then you also have a speed boost, so you can hold that and that will go fast. So that is at the moment the idea to not have to have these settings, because it just overcomplicates the system. And if we're trying to find something at the moment that works for everything and everyone. So I think the boost system should be enough. If we release this and it will not be, adequate to what people would want while building maps, then we'll adjust it accordingly and maybe give more settings. But at the moment, I think this feels pretty decent. You can go very slow and really up to your input. And when it comes to mouse and keyboard, mouse sensitivity at that point doesn't really make sense because that will just literally handle like a 3D program. So it'll go as fast as you go, basically. Halzo, do you want to add to that? Or have your own thoughts? If I missed something?
Yeah, I was going to say in terms of object manipulation, that's kind of what the snapping and precision mode is, where you, like, your rotation is either you make those sweeping changes or you move it like literally inch by inch. As you can hear from the clicks on the sound design there. Yeah, so if you turn on snapping, then you go sort of into moving it with the world, whereas you want to make those sort of really small, precise precision movements. You just turn that snapping off, and you have really fine rotation, really fine scaling, and you can literally move the object as much or as little as you need to.
Yeah. So hopefully that answers that question. But yeah, we're trying to find an all-rounder solution here. But yeah, I mean, we may end up adding more settings if need be. But hopefully, the system that we're building here is going to be good from the get-go.
Okay. A few more questions. Someone asked, do you plan to differentiate the vaults a bit more? For example, like adding more distance to a cat pass to like improve the pure A to B parkour style or realistic quote unquote style?
Changing an existing trick I would probably not do for the reason that the challenges are based on them. So getting more distance on a vault would be, I mean, there's really no way to tell the game that you want to do that, would be my first thought on that. It comes back to like how much control can someone have over the buttons that you have available. At the moment you perform a cat pass, for example, with left trigger and triangle or Y on Xbox, I wouldn't know what the input would be to differentiate there of what the player would want to do, either go further or go up or down. So that's really the limitation rather than like the pure development limitation. So I would have to probably communicate with that person and ask some questions back to understand better what that would entail. But yeah, that would be my direct reaction to it.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think as well while I play, but I'm.
Seb asks, says rather, you should ask if preset maps will be scalable, whether you'll be able to shrink or grow depending on if you want a bigger preset map to work with or bigger or smaller pieces to be able to make it more detailed.
Well, if it means that will we be able to scale this arena, I think then it would mean no. The idea of different environments is that you have different sizes to work with, potentially, but also just like different environments. You can build your map as small as you want in this big space, or as big as the space allows you, but most likely, whatever the environment is, there will be a natural limit to how big you can build. So scaling that would not kind of be allowed because that's the scale that we will define based on what the game performance will allow, as well as the objects that you can place. If that answers the question, Seb, I'm not sure. But yeah, the idea of different environments is that you have different sizes available to you, sort of, that you can build in. Halzoid, do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's kind of the main point of having those different backdrops is a variation in visuals, but also in the scale of the map that you're going for. Yeah,
pretty much. All right.
And also, you can literally put a couple walls up with the cubes and build your own smaller area within it.
Yeah, that you can do as well.
And then lastly, before I gather more questions, someone asked if we can get a color picker for your outfits so you can, like, say, make your top blue and then be able to color pick the top to immediately match the bottom color for your pants. That
is kind of a really good idea. I say while being scared because I would have no idea how to implement that.
Yeah, someone said like
actually maybe I do have an idea. Yeah, that color picker, a version of that I could wait. Let me put a note down. A version of that I could see me doing. I'll put a note down for it.
I will ask that question after the next hand is raised.
Okay, sweet. Okay, no, that's note is good. Okay. Okay, no, that's all good. I'll be back in a minute. Halzoid, if you want to take a question, if you feel brave enough, feel free.
I've been answering a few questions in the side chat already.
Okay. I'll be back in 30 seconds, right?
All right. In this time, people send me some questions.
Yeah, we can
putting them all together right now in a little list.
So
How is my day? My day's doing pretty good. I'm currently trying to figure out what I'm going to eat for lunch, but I'm also trying to be as quiet as I can because my fiance is in a work meeting. My retirement when I do something worth retiring for.
And I'm back. All right. How many questions did did Halzoid answer?
A nice crisp prime 0.
All right. Oh wait, did I see someone there? Sled guy. Hey. Hello. Shout outs to my boy, the sled guy. Congrats on the demo as well, man. Happy for you.
Yeah, the scallywags taking it down now. He's ruined my fun. Sled.
Yeah, sled guy. We need to catch up. Cough. Skyscraper backdrop. Rossi Will says that could be cool. All right, I'll see some people are raising their hands. Let's get some more up, and then it's back to work.
Yo,
Hello.
what's up, Michael? I have a question. I know everyone knows this already. There's like 3, 5, and 10 minutes of the tag time. Will that be like the limit, or will you in like the future add more tag time, or is that on?
Just make the game longer, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could. That's probably one of the easiest things I could do if people want that. I always thought 10 minutes is probably the max that people would want to have a single session because, like, some people are playing with strangers. And as soon as you make it too long, you'll just have like strangers leave your session because they're like, "Oh, I just joined a session that's 30 minutes long." So I feel like it's probably good to have a limit at the moment because you're otherwise promoting people leaving. But yeah, I understand if you're with friends, maybe you'll want to have a lot longer of a session.
I also, sorry, this is not my question. I saw in the chat earlier, someone was asking if there's gonna be like a hide and seek tag or a seek tag. I didn't read the question properly, but like, I think. I don't know.
There's one more game mode announced in the roadmap, but that I'm not ready to talk about yet. That would have to be early next year. When I actually finally make the decision of which one will be the next. That will probably then come after the modding update, and then I'll share some more information on the next game mode. But yeah, I mean, there are many suggestions that I've written down and will be considering for that decision. So rest assured, I'll let you know as soon as I do.
Okay. All right, everyone have a good day. I'll hop off. The other guy who wants to teach me, going off topic. Bye, guys.
Sweet. All right, let's take 2 more questions or 3 more from stages. Or Fusion, if you have some, for sure.
Someone keeps asking option to remove ears off Billy.
Nah, man. Nah. That's the identity of the game. I feel like Billy will look weird without ears, won't he? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like the thing. It's like,
What about the choice of like having you choose what angle they're on, or up, down, maybe like do you know what I mean? Because it does kind of give them a bit of emotion.
do you want to know why I can't do the up down? Because of the latest update. Because look at this.
Oh,
If
yeah,
I let
yeah, yeah.
you put them down, they will go through the gap. I feel like I'm in a constant battle of my last choice bites me in the next update.
When I added my hard hat back in the day, I did have it so that like the hard hat sat on top of the ears, and the ears were kind of down a bit back, and it did kind of look like it kind of gave him a lot of emotion as well. Like it makes him look a lot more chill now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah,
it's pretty cool.
For sure.
But
Yeah, it's a bit tricky to make dynamic stuff like this work with customization, unfortunately.
From the same person who asked about removing Billy ears, he also asked if we can get more than 4 players in a match, to which I'm pretty sure we already answered that. Since this is a peer-to-peer game, having more than 4 would actually like brick internet. So
not
recommended.
Yeah. It's that, but it's also the fact that this is not a AAA multiplayer replicated game. It has its problems. It's my first game. The problems will just become more obvious the more you scale up that player count. So 4, I thought, and I'm also committed to keeping because it is the acceptable multiplayer experience. It's it works good enough for what it is the most honest answer I can give to that. If I was to upgrade it to 6, 7, 8, 10, it will absolutely be horrible. Because it doesn't have that high quality network replication code, which would, create smooth engagement with players and the smooth visual representation of what your friend does at that time and stuff. That gets very technical very quickly. I know it's not always the best answer, but it's trust me, 4 players is better than 6. Right. If Fusion, you don't have any more noted down for now, I'll get like 1 or more, 2 on stage if someone wants to ask me a question.
I have one more. This one should be an easy question. Good name ask if mouse lock on will be added for KBM players.
Mouse lock on. It should always be locked on, to be honest. I have seen this feedback before, but I'm so confused as to what it would mean because like my mouse is locked on when I'm on the game. I don't know what else it could mean.
Are you talking about like locking onto other players?
Or maybe, is it meaning something else and I get it wrong?
I don't know if he means locking
on to other. You don't need to lock on. You got the quickest turning in the entire game.
Yeah. I don't really know what it would do for you.
And then someone else. I think we've
accidental
also asked this
tricks.
question. Oh, accidental. Okay.
You can actually you hold middle mouse button, it gives you control over the camera instead of tricks.
Yeah, middle mouse button, yeah.
So that is a thing.
It's not
Jarvis.
ideal, but yeah, it's
Jarvis type skill issue and press enter.
Okay, last question, because this one's getting bumped a lot. Rolling under obstacles.
I joked to Hellzoid about this.
Shit.
I want to say I know how to do it. I'm not saying it's hard to do. The problem is that people think that they would be able to roll under stuff that they can't actually roll under because rolling doesn't squeeze you down as much as sliding does. So I think that whatever thing that you wanted to roll under previously, you would still not be able to roll under. If I would I was joking to Hellzoid saying if I allow this, then I will allow you to roll under a railing. And then the first bug report I get is, why do my feet go through the rail? It's like, well, it's like you're not as small as you think when you roll. And there's really, because I've made the maps, I know this from heart. I know that there is nothing that you would be small enough to roll under in the entire game, pretty much. Maybe one spot in the Shadow 2. But anything that I saw from the bug reports or the suggestions where people say, let us roll under this, you would literally clip with your feet through the barrier or with your head. So it's a question of, do you want that unrealism? Is that acceptable? I'm fine if you are fine with it. It's just something that I kind of held off on that because I thought maybe that just looks a bit goofy or unrealistic then. Because yeah, you're just simply not as small as when you slide. But yeah, question back to the community on that one.
Okay, I will hold off on chat questions. We have a lot of raised hands now.
Okay, yeah, let's. I'll take one or two more on, and then let's close it there.
Yo,
Hello, hello.
can you hear me, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
Let's go. So my first question is, I've been replaying Cyberpunk, right, the game, and one thing that comes always to the mind about details is that every single weapon has like 3 animations. You know, they're all samey, right? One magazine, one hole, but different angles. You know, slightly more force. So my idea is, for example, like varieties of one trick, right? For example, like if you have one vault, right, like the classic vault over an obstacle. If, for example, you had like the chance for him to, you know, throw himself higher, like not himself, but like the legs, for example. You know, like some variations in animations that don't really, you know.
Okay? So would you want animation variation or control and animation variation? Would you want
Not
to have
really
control over the world? So more of like animation visual randomization.
Yeah, just visual changes, for example, right? Because
that makes sense.
Because you have like one singular move, for example, like the vault. So like put the legs a little higher, you know, some variety, so it's not like the samey.
Yes, I can 100% say yes to. Yeah, I mean, I can definitely make more variations of the same trick. The only thing I would have struggle with, which is a lot that people ask, is like, hey, give us more control over a vault, and I'm like, I don't know what you would input, but I agree with you when you say you just want to have different versions of the cat pass, for example. I can animate 2 different versions of that, so that would be a definite yes. If people think that's cool too, I'm very happy to do that for sure.
Yeah. So that's for the first question. And my second question is, someone actually asked it in chat as well. Will we be able in the like custom maps, sort of like Geometry Dash, as he said? I'm just reading it. Kudos to Princess Rainy Waney. Our own like. Oh wait, that's a different. Yeah, sorry about that. That's a different. I just changed the names. Anyways, our like custom trials. That's why I wanted
custom
to say.
trials. Yes, yeah. You can do custom trials. I don't know if you were there earlier, but you can build custom trials in the level editor.
Oh yeah, sorry about that then.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah,
but yeah, you'll be able to
basically.
literally, build everything.
I'm getting excited to show it off again.
Yeah, it's so cool.
People doing
yeah.
it. It's not my fault that people come up here and delegate themselves to ask questions.
bronze on that,
That's the whole point of them coming up here.
Yeah, I got bronze on that.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
would be all.
still in production. Cough, cough. But yeah, custom trials for sure. All right, sweet. Thanks for your question, man.
Take it easy, brother.
Zen, yes, it does carry into multiplayer the custom time trials.
Yeah. Like the goal is that you hopefully will be able to host these maps. So Halzard and I will keep you updated on another dev stage probably before launch, where we talk about the complete level editor you can expect. At the moment, the demo here showed just what you can build, how you can build it, and then when it comes to the multiplayer aspect and the limitation or non-limitation, we are currently still looking into. So there will be more information following up to closer to release.
Yeah, there's been a lot of work that's gone into it, and it's still early days.
Yeah. It's there's a lot to deal with when you let players to do what they want. So there's always every console has a different rule book, and you want to make sure that everyone's happy and that it can work on all platforms. So most of the work is functionality at the moment. But yeah. All right, let's take one last question on stage, and then
somebody by the name of Jaladi J. Smallwood says that this is their first dev stage, and they've had a question for a while.
Do we have a raised hand from that person?
I'm working on it.
There we go.
Welcome. Hello.
Hello. Testing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. First off, how you all doing today, gentlemen?
Doing
Pretty good. How are you?
Pretty good. Doing pretty solid. Now, this question's a bit of a two-parter. I know that you do basically all of the music with your wife as well. You guys are both DJs.
Yes.
Number one is, will we be able to make custom playlists with the track? So let's say I don't like one of the tracks, too much, and I just find myself skipping it. Would I be able to just mark any kind of songs that I don't want to listen to and only have those tracks play when I'm in my levels?
Oh, that's a big one. Favoritization method in the game with the current music system would not be possible / an exclusion system. I've been thinking about a lot of how I could implement more of a radio system where you can say, I really like this track, just play this track or this playlist. I haven't found a conclusive way of doing it yet, but it's also one thing on my notes because I know there's also more music coming to the game. So it's something that I'm also still currently looking into. Hopefully in the future. I can't give you a definitive yes, though, just yet.
Cool. Because I like a lot of the tracks that come through there, and I can't wait to see what else comes up. And one more little thing before I go. Back to some of the trick stuff. Not so much custom tricks, but more or less custom loadouts. So let's say you have default loadout. You get, all of your triangle, your wide tricks. They're mostly front flips, corkscrews and all that, but there's no, other than gainers, there's no solid backflips. Like minus the back handspring and the gainers, there are no decent backflips, like quick backflips. So you could have an intense style, which would make more aggressive tricking. And it's not so much customization, it's more like a preset loadout.
Right. I will look into it. Yeah, I think it falls into the same category of like adding more tricks, where I would have to see how I could customize it further. It's something I'll look into it after the level editor update. I will reevaluate the tricking and see what can be added.
Excellent. And so I'm sorry. Races specifically, not time trials, but races. Like if I'm in free mode and I got my buddy with me. I'm like, yo, let's race from here to here, right? Find a little race. Instead of resetting and going back to the very beginning, like in time trials, you would just reset to the previous gate that you had previously just passed. I feel like that would be pretty interesting for free mode, and you'll add a little more spice and variety.
It would be really cool. I agree. Races have been asked for since day one, but there's the problem of multiplayer, which is like that you don't get an accurate representation of where your body is actually at. So you may think you win the race, but your body actually won it. But because of like network latency, it looked like you won it.
I see.
So the reason I haven't put in races is because I didn't want to have people upset, because the replication in my game, the multiplayer aspect of my game, is not to a AAA standard. So I try to avoid, upset by the community by putting in races, and then it looks like the races are rigged,
Oh, listen, don't sell yourself short, man, because AAA games nowadays suck. All right, I've had more fun playing this game than I've had playing Call of Duty in the last 3 years.
Cheers, man.
It's skate and Mirror's Edge meat, and it's so good to just stop playing all the stupid stuff and just enjoy playing, just relaxing, jumping off buildings, doing stuff like that.
Thank you, man. Thank you. That means a lot.
I've been following since day one, and I look forward to seeing what you guys are going to do. So thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Sweet, man. Well, thanks for your questions. Good questions, man.
Don't see me around. Have a great one.
Yep, you too, man.
Here, brother. I love that dude has energy. He came straight in. He knew what he wanted to ask, and he asked it.
Yeah. Very good. Right, I think unless Fusion, you have something that I've missed out, or anyone, but I think that's a good note to end it on. What are you saying, Fusion?
Someone in chat, they asked, will every mesh and texture the game gets also get added to the level editor? And can we have Blueprint mods active only for private servers?
Well, I don't know is my answer to that, because obviously modding is not official. I don't control what mods do at the moment, unless sometimes maybe as telemodder maybe don't allow multiplayer mods. But we will have to come back to that once I do a dev stage on the modding update. Because once modding comes officially, that's when I will be able to talk about actual features and what may and may not be possible. At the moment, it's still a bit too early to answer that question.
Will multiplayer be in level editor? Not making the level, no.
Not making the level, no. Yeah. Playing the level, yes. Making the level, no.
You'll be able to send them out to people. If you're on PC, you'll be able to send them out to people and then invite people to it, and they'll just be able to join, right?
Yeah, I mean, the end goal of the level editor map is... Sorry, Hal, you go on.
I was going to say, that's the goal is that would be how that would work.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't mess it up, Houseweed.
Someone asked, will more hats come, considering that this is the first update with hats included? I think
possibly more hats could come, yeah. I'm open to hearing suggestions. TJK also says, what about console players as well? If you ask for the level editor, yeah, the level editor will also come to console later this year. So this is what I've showcased today is all coming to Xbox, Nintendo, PS5, and PC.
I can't let anybody have Yoshi. I'm just the talker.
PC is kind of your test space, right? It's like where you can upload it, you can refine it a little bit before it does go to console, and then bang, go to console.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment it's like, it's a long process. So.
Yeah.
Good name asked if you can patch Infinite Wall Run. It is getting popular now.
That sounds like someone who exploits it, and now everyone else does it to him, and now he wants me. No, I'm joking, but I'll gladly have a look into it if someone shares a clip in the bug reports, or if I've missed a bug report that showed it. Just you're allowed to tag me once just for this, or tag Mike, and then I'll have a look into it. But I would have to see specifically what you mean there.
We have suggestion for slow flips, like the slower you flick the stick, the slower the trick is. I kind of like the idea, but I've kind of gotten the general consensus that the trick speed is dependent on like the height of which you do the trick. Well, for certain tricks, like for dive 360 at least, and like cork back twist and stuff like that.
Have like a height control, you say?
Yeah, like having just like still being able to slow down your tricks, for like saying instead of like flicking fully up on your stick to do a fast front flip, you'll do like a half flick up to do like a slow front flip. Something like that, I think is what he's asking.
Right. That could be interesting. I don't know if I think the system at the moment wouldn't allow for it, because multiplayer replication may break. Well, I would have to look into it. Let me get back to you on that. But it could be interesting.
A lot of questions are being added at me now, so there's a bunch.
No, let's take one. Let's take two more, and then we'll cut it here. And then next step stage, I'll be able to answer more questions. Hopefully, conclusively.
Okay. Let me find the two best ones. Someone's asking for a Spotify playlist for the official Rooftops and Alleys game.
My music won't come to Spotify, if that's what you mean, because I do not. I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but I have been releasing my music for the last 10 or 12 years on Spotify, and with the games music, I've chosen not to do that because I just don't believe in streaming platforms anymore, and they don't support artists enough anymore. Therefore, I did, however, make the OST available as digital download through Steam, and then you get the files. I understand some console players don't have PC, but that's. I mean, you should be able even online to get the OST through Steam, and then you get the digital files, and then you can put them wherever you want on your phone, on your PS5. But unfortunately, I'm afraid I won't upload the music to streaming platforms because it's just not the way to go for me anymore. It's also a way better way to support me and my wife. Us both have made the music, and trust me when I say it's way better to just get the OST if you really want or like the music, because Spotify is just, they take all the revenue.
Yeah, you're essentially buying the files.
Yeah. I mean, the OST, it supports the game. It lets me put more resources back 100%. Into the game. Spotify doesn't add to it. Spotify is literally the worst for that. So,
and then also for those of you on PC, if you do buy the soundtrack that is on Steam, you can play that and choose what song's playing over your game on Steam. So it works like Steam works as a music player when you have soundtracks of games. So you can select whatever track you want through there. Works as a music player. I also sent you that clip. Good Name sent it to me. I sent you the clip of the Infinite War run. So that's there for whenever you want to look at it.
Yoshi, I'm sorry, I don't think we're taking anybody else on stage.
Yeah, okay, I'll look at the clip of the...
It looks rough. It's pretty rough.
Yeah. All right, sweet. I think that's a good point to leave it there. And then, I'll let you know when the next dev stage is, when the next progression is available to be shared for the level editor. Some more release news in the next couple of weeks, hopefully. Thank you all for being here. Hopefully that got everyone a bit hyped. I think this will definitely be one of the coolest updates the game has seen. And can't wait to see all the future maps that you'll create. And see you on the next one.
Michael,
have a good day, evening, wherever you are. Right, Michael.
Before you go, everybody, take it easy.
Before you go, Michael, wait.
Oh, Fusion. What?
Topher had a good point to ask, and I feel like this is a good thing to ask too at the end of the dev stage. How are you doing, Mr. Developer Man? How is life?
Aww. I am good. I was saying to Halzard earlier as well, I feel it's been good to have him on board on this update. I'm a lot less stressed having him as a developer support. It's been great, it's good back and forth, less frustration. W Halzoid, honestly, W in chat for Halzoid. I really enjoy working together with him, and it's been a lot less stressful thanks to him. So overall super good. It's a good time in the year. I'm excited for Christmas.
For sure.
Random info. But yeah, that's a good note to end it on. You were right, Fusion. All right. Well, thanks for your help, Fusion.
Of course.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks, Halzoid. And thanks, Nova, as well, if you were in chat here. And see you on the next one. All right. Bye-bye.
Take it easy, boys. Take it easy. I'm going to kick you all off the stage. I'm stealing it. I'm hijacking the stage. That's it. Right. Click the dev stage. End event. Take it easy, lads. GG's. It was good seeing you all. It was good talking to you all. Good questions. Good vibes. Toodaloos.